overall, I really liked the way we competed in this game. We certainly weren't perfect. We out-rebounded them. Excuse me, did we? No, we did not rebound them. But our activity was a lot better. Our effort on loose balls was a lot better. We got off to a really good start. We built a good lead, and they made a heavy run on us in the second. And then in the third quarter, with 4:40 left, I think I saw Kevin Durant wind up and throw the ball overhand 10 or 15 rows into the stands and not get ejected. I think that's what I saw. And so that was shocking. But our guys kept playing hard. And, we hung in. We had a chance to, I think we got the game tied. Had a chance to take the lead in the fourth. Right now, we just got to hang in. We got to hang in and keep fighting. We got to get out of here as quick as we can, get our rest, and get ready for tomorrow night.
Go ahead, Pat.
Rick, the rule book appears pretty clear as it relates to that the intent doesn't matter, throwing the ball into the stands with force. Are you able to share what explanation you were given from the officials as to why he wasn't ejected?
I'm not going to share the explanation because I don't want to embarrass the officials. I don't want to embarrass the league. I just don't. I mean, these guys are nice guys, and they just made a big error. And the league will address it. You don't want to hear the explanation. It's just. And at this point, it doesn't matter because it's not going to change the outcome. But it's something that is a significant thing that just can't be missed. That's all.
You guys were able to get the game back and tied at 90 at the 5:15 mark of the fourth quarter. What did you see as the difference down the stretch?
Our activity. Lloyd did a good job with the zone. We were active. We got them a little uncomfortable and out of rhythm. Off of misses, we were able to run and get good opportunities. And so, it was great. We gave ourselves a real chance. And then, I don't know the exact sequence of plays, but they had an and one. Harden scored an and one where we reached in. And then they had a couple of plays. They had a putback by Aldridge, which was a backbreaker. But hey, overall, again, I see a lot of positives. We're up against it with our injury situation, but we just gotta stay in the fight.
Scott?
I assume you said me. First of all, we have a request in with the league, don't worry. Second of all, for you to only give up 105 points to the Nets, generally that would kind of be a win, except the fact you guys have scored 100 or less the last 3 games. Offensively, what do you need to see to churn out just a little bit more on that end?
Yeah, we just had a little bit of tough luck with shot making tonight. Out of halftime, we had, I think, 5 really good looks in a row. None of them went. And so sometimes that happens. You just got to keep going. They were scoring during that period, so that put us up against it a little bit. But we just we kept playing. So look, shot making is going to come and go, even with the best shooting teams on the planet, and we've just got to continue to be process oriented, to step into good ones, and keep working our butts off defensively.
Wheat?
Career high for Torrey Craig tonight. Encouraging to see him break out the way he did.
Absolutely. Tonight, Torrey played, the kind of game, and forget about the 28 points. Okay, it was the presence, the impact that he brought to the game with activity, defense, rebounding, running, deflections, those kinds of things. And generally, you know, when players in this league, you know, amp up their activity level in a good way, good things are going to happen on offense. So, you know, he was our best player on the floor tonight, and it was great to see.
Anybody else? Yep, over here.
You just spoke about process, and I know 5-6 games is a very small sample size, but is the process that you play with right now more important than the result?
Well, listen, the results, you know, the ultimate goal, but the process gets you to the result. And look, we have a really hellacious stretch of schedule to start the season, even if we were at full strength. And we've just got to stay in the fight. You know, that's what we got to do. And you know, hopefully, you know, at some point start to get some guys back. But we have plenty to win games right now. We're just going to have to be, you know, we're going to have to be very much on point. The margins are very slim, and we're going to have to stick together and play together.
I know
Recording in progress.
I know disappointing to come in a loss, but can you speak to your mindset here tonight, especially as you guys are shorthanded with a couple of injuries, and how you were able to come across with a night like that?
Just knowing we had to be more aggressive. Malcolm's out, Carey's out, so missing a lot of key guys. So I knew somebody had to step up, and it was an opportunity for me to step up, and that's what I tried to do.
Okay. Anybody else have anything? I know we do. Go ahead, Pat.
The win you guys got this season was on a back-to-back, coming off the road, in a not too different situation than this one. What was the key to being able to come and play strong on a back-to-back, and what kind of effort is that going to take tomorrow?
It's going to take a all-around effort from the team. Back-to-backs are always tough on guys' body, but we're going to be ready for the challenge. We need to respond from this loss tonight. So we're going to come out just like we did last time and try to play with energy and force and compete on both ends of the floor.
Scott?
Hey, Torrey, first of all, how is the shoulder at this point? And also, what kind of enabled you to have so much success at both ends of the floor so early?
It's a lot better than it was. Movement I still feel it in some movements, but it's not hindering me in any way, shape, or form. So, yeah, like I said, I just wanted to come out and be aggressive. I knew guys were out. I knew I had the opportunity to step up, and that's what I tried to do. Knowing these guys, Brooklyn, how they play, I knew their personnel pretty well. So last time I played against them, I think I had like 14 rebounds and like 6 offensive rebounds when I was with Phoenix. So I knew that crashing and rebounding would be available tonight. So I just tried to do that and score and defend any way I can for us to have a chance to win.
Did you use it as motivation or anything after the last game, only getting in until the fourth quarter when perhaps you could have made a difference against OG earlier in the game?
I don't look at it like that, man. I just try to come in, and whenever the opportunity presents itself for me to make plays, I try to do that. So whether I'm playing 5 minutes or 30 minutes, I'm gonna try to impact the game in some kind of way.
Anybody else? All right, yeah, go ahead.
With the way you guys play for most of that fourth quarter, you come back, you tied at 90. I know you guys aren't interested in moral victories, but do you look at that as something you guys can build upon, kind of that connectivity?
Yeah, for sure. All you can ask is for us to give ourselves a chance to win. I think we did that tonight. I think we competed for most of the game. Definitely had some lapses. We blew a 16-point lead, but I think for the most part we competed, and that's really all that matters going into another game. Try to use that momentum to learn from the game tonight on where we can get better on some of the mistakes we made, and try to tune some of those things up to get a win.
Tony?
Hey, Torrey. Earlier this season, Lloyd kind of lauded your rebounding ability. Tonight we really saw it on display. Do you view it as more of an effort and timing thing, or to you is it a game plan thing? And if so, how do you kind of get your teammates to do it in the same way you are during a game?
It's kind of hard to explain. It's like having it's something I've been doing for a long time, even in high school. So I play on my front foot, so you kind of have to anticipate it, the trajectory of the ball, the timing, and my length. I think a lot of people don't know, like my wingspan is like 7'2", so I can come up with a lot of tips and rebounds like that. So I think it's a combination of all that.
Pat, go ahead.
Chris, after all the up and downs of that game, you guys were able to get the game tied at 90 with 5 or so minutes left to play. What would you have liked to do better as a team down the stretch, and what kept you from closing that one out?
I think just playing harder, moving the ball, like we were doing in the first half. I think that's what we gotta continue to do, and that's what kept us in the game.
David Woods?
Yes, Chris, when you were growing up playing ball as a teenager, were Kevin Durant and James Harden maybe hoops heroes of yours, and what did you think you learned playing against that superstar lineup tonight?
Those are two great players that I watch a lot when I started playing basketball. I'm really happy that I got the chance to go against those two guys tonight, and it's tough, man. They really good players, and one thing I learned about them too is staying locked in and just keep playing. It's gonna be a lot of up and downs. Like James Harden, he got a couple turnovers. He didn't put his head down. He just kept playing. Same thing with Kevin Durant. So I think that's what I learned tonight from them. Just keep playing and keep your head up, because you're gonna make mistakes.
Pat?
You guys get a second chance at Toronto tomorrow. What did you learn from the first matchup, and what most do you want to see improved tomorrow night in Indianapolis?
Well, Toronto just played harder than us. They were physical. We turned the ball over a lot. I think that's gonna be the key. We just gotta go out there tomorrow, and we got the home advantage. So we just gotta go out there and play hard. Take care of the ball and get good shots, like we did today in the first half. So if we do that, we're gonna be in good shape.
Domas, as you guys were able to come back and get the game tied at 90 with 5 minutes or so left in the game, what to you was the difference in that closing stretch for Brooklyn?
We couldn't make winning plays. At the end of the game, I feel like we had a lot of open shots that we didn't make, and we battled through it. But they made tough ones, and that was the hard part. We had to convert on the other end.
Wheat?
Yeah, Domas, you talked a lot yesterday and Wednesday about wanting to see better energy tonight. I know it wasn't the result you wanted, but was the energy better from your perspective?
Yeah, for sure. Guys were fighting out there. Shout out to Torrey. He was pressuring all court, really going at guys. And that kind of fired up everyone else. So we'd love to see that. There's still a lot of loose balls, rebounds we need to take care of, but that's a good start. We're getting there.
David Woods?
Yeah, Domas, kind of segueing off that last question, are you guys kind of disappointed but maybe not discouraged? I mean, 1-5 is 1-5, but you could hardly say this was a miserable effort by the Pacers. That really wouldn't be the case.
Yeah, we fought hard. That's the most important thing. That's what I said last time we talked. We just got to keep building on it. Obviously Brooklyn is one of the best teams in the league, and on the road it's tough to win, but we can definitely take some good things away from this.
Pat?
You noted yesterday how Toronto really focused on you and how you had 2, 3, 4 defenders around you for most of the game. I'm assuming that they try to employ a similar strategy tomorrow night. What are some keys for you and for the Pacers to having more success with that style of defense?
If I'm attracting a lot of guys in the paint on my rolls or on post catches, that means 3 other guys are open. We got to make the right reads, make open shots. Guys are going to be open. We just got to use our brain out there and work together as a team.
All right, Tony, last question.
Tomas, this might seem like a stupid question, but with all three of Brogdon, LeVert, and Warren out, how much harder is it for you guys to just generate good shots for your teammates? That's a lot of creators to set up guys a lot who are missing at the same time.
Yeah, it definitely hurts us. These guys can get downhill, touch the paint, have guys suck in, and they just throw out. Get guys open. It definitely hurts. Tonight I felt like we did do a better job of touching the paint at times, and we had open shots. We just couldn't knock it down.